What's up, divas, and what's up, divos? It's your girl April, and it is time for Real Talk Diva time. I'm going to try to make this one quick because I don't want to be blabbing you guys' ears off. But as you guys know, it is Real Talk Diva time, always on Wednesday. If you have an issue that you would like to submit, you can always email me at MuffinIsMyLovers2012@gmail.com, and please make sure to put in the subject line Real Talk. So for this week's hair look, I did wear this hair actually last week as well. This is a custom unit that your girl, created, and this is the Virgin Brazilian Candy Curl. Of course, it is colored. I dyed it, and there is a tutorial on YouTube of how I did that. Got my roots dark, naturally dark, so they don't look like tar. But yes, so if you're interested in that particular tutorial, you can go ahead and check it out. Also, I do have one candy curl that is available that I just finished making today. However, I'm not really sure if it's going to be available by the time this video goes up tonight, but I am in the process of creating a dark color one as well, so that should be available, I would say, sometime tomorrow, which will be Thursday or Friday. So anyway, yes, I have on one of my favorite shirts, which you probably see me wear in a few of my videos, and this is an old Avengers shirt from Walmart. So yes, this is one of my favorite shirts in case you guys have seen it enough. So yes, you guys, if you want a custom wig and you're looking for something like this or longer, you can always go and check my website out at gonewiththewindwigs.weebly.com, and I'll post that information for you guys below. And let's get on to Real Talk, okay? So this subject is really touchy, and I kind of overlooked a couple other emails prior to this one only because it seemed like it was really important, and I wanted to touch bases on this ASAP because I'm not really sure if the situation is an ongoing thing, meaning if it's happening right now in the present time. So this one is Real Talk, pregnant by a rapist, and this is a short email, and I'm going to read this to you. Now remember, these are my true feelings and my thoughts, not my advice to you. You basically can take what I'm telling you and do as you please with it. You may want to use it as advice, but it's basically food for thought. And as always, I always encourage everyone that's watching this video to put their food for thought as well at the bottom. So basically, yes, go ahead and spill the tea, and which we are going to do. We're going to call this a lovely lady, Tasha. Okay, so I'm 23 years old and was raped while going on a jog. The guy was prosecuted and is now in prison. I'm happily married and currently pregnant. The problem is the baby belongs to my rapist. I am stuck because I do not believe in abortion, but under the circumstances, I feel as though God will understand. If that makes any sense to you. My husband wants me to get an abortion, and I want to as well. I just don't think I can bring myself to do it because babies are a blessing from God. Am I wrong for getting an abortion? That was really short and sweet and to the point. So that is the reason why I hurried up and did this one, because she needs the advice or just the food for thought right now. So Tasha, I will be honest with you and tell you, as far as abortion goes, I'm 50-50 on it, okay? Like, I believe in it and I don't believe in it. However, I would say this. I have had one in my past, and I was really young. I was 16 years old, so, you know, I've had an abortion, and that was because I was not ready for a kid at 16. However, I did end up getting pregnant the next year when I was 17, so, you know, that really didn't work out great for me. My thoughts on it now is this. It all depends on your circumstances and how it's going to make you feel. Of course, children are a blessing. Anything that you get unexpectedly is a blessing, okay? Whether you work for it hard or not, it's a blessing. So it doesn't have to be per se just children in general. Anything that you work for in life is a blessing. And children are granted a huge blessing to anybody's lifestyle. Now, I do apologize, and I am very sorry for what you had to go through. Being raped is a horrible experience. I've never had to experience that, but I have had a family member who has went through that, and I can assure you that it is not something that you really want to bring up a lot in a topic. It is truth to it, meaning it is a part of life, but unfortunately, it really can affect a person and their family in a lot of different ways. So I applaud you for just even being strong enough to go ahead and take the time out to write me and email me. A lot of women don't do that when it comes to certain things like this. They don't even report it. So with that being said, you have a lot of courage for just standing up for yourself and reporting it and going along with the whole process of getting this person indicted and put in prison, which is a great thing. You know, you're saving a lot of different women. Now, as far as the abortion and you're pregnant by this person, unfortunately, things happen in life that you have no control over. And unfortunately, this was one of the circumstances. Now, you are married. You are happily married. And it seems like you and your husband are to terms with this togetherness about the whole entire abortion thing. Of course, you will have different side effects. And when I say side effects, meaning different feelings towards the whole abortion thing and how it's a blessing. That's because you have a heart. I wouldn't say that you didn't have a heart if you said, well, I'm just going to get this abortion and I'm going to be done with it, and you not have any feeling about it, because of course you have a heart. So of course you're going to feel one particular way versus another. You and your husband have come to terms with this, and you are in agreement with this, and you guys both are together with going through with the abortion, then there's nothing wrong with feeling a sense of guilt about being a blessing, because you feel that way because you have a heart. Unfortunately, the person that raped you did not have a heart, because had he did have a heart, he wouldn't have done this to you, okay? So, of course, you're going to feel like, I don't want to do this, or a part of me feels bad, rather, about doing this, because children are a blessing from God. However, that is true indeed. I didn't feel that great about getting an abortion either when I was 16. And I did this because I was just careless and was having sex with my boyfriend without any protection. You know, and it bothered me for a couple of weeks. You know, I did have a couple of nightmares about it. But it bothered me. But eventually I did get over it, and I realized it was the best thing for me to do. On your case and circumstances, it's a lot for you to do and a lot for you to go through. You know, you are happily married. Certain things may mess up your marriage. Certain things may mess up you emotionally. Looking at this child, you know that this baby is not your husband's, and how this baby was conceived. That right there is a lot. And that takes a toll on a person's soul, heart, mind, just body. That takes a lot of, that just takes a lot out of a person. However, you guys are in agreement with this, and this is what you both want. I'm pretty sure your husband is feeling the same way. However, he may not mention it to you, and he may not say to you, Tasha, I feel some type of way. You know, my heart is, you know, feeling bad, but this is what we need to do. He may be feeling like that too. Maybe you should sit down and talk with him and let him know how your heart feels, but that it's something that you guys have agreed upon doing. You know, it's always best to talk things out and let each partner know how you really feel about it. Even if it's something that you're still strongly going to do as far as going through the abortion, it's still always best to talk it out, because you may be feeling like guilty inside about having the abortion, but you never know. Your husband may be feeling guilty as well, and he may not want to say it to you because he doesn't want you to have second thoughts. And let him know there's no second thoughts. You are in agreement with him. You just have a little guilt, and you just want to relieve some pressure off your chest. Natasha, I'm not saying get to the clinic and get an abortion, but what I'm saying to you is, do what you feel is best for you and your husband. Do what you feel is going to be best for you in the near future. Are you going to be able to stare at this child and wonder? Are you, as a person, going to be able to survive the guilt, the trauma, the anguish, just all of it, going through it all over again? And when I say going through it all over again, I mean you've already went through the rape, and unfortunately I don't mean to say it like that, but you've already went through the rape and the ordeal and the court ordeal and the pressing of the charges ordeal. Now there's another step to that. You are pregnant, and if you decide to keep this baby, there is more things that you need to go through. Who's the father? You know, there are going to be questions arise. Name on the birth certificate and so forth, you know. And I'm just trying to make you aware of what it can be done and what's going to happen to you. You know, I applaud you for your courage, and I don't know, if it were me, I probably would be balled up somewhere in a corner crying. You know what I'm saying? And you probably did feel that way, but you still have courage, and a lot of women don't have that when it comes to a situation like this. And for you to even take the time out to write me that's a whole lot of courage. So I'm going to tell you like this. You and your husband are together on your decision to terminate the pregnancy because of how how the baby was conceived. And I applaud you guys on that, because you worked together and you stood by each other and you came to terms. However, you are feeling a certain way in your heart. And you know something? God forgives everybody. I'm not a holier than thou person. I don't knock on doors and hand out brochures. I'm not like a holy roller. But I do have faith in certain things, and I do know that God forgives everyone. We are all his children. And things happen in life where they just happen. And some things happen to us to make us a stronger person. And this might just be one of those moments where it's making you a lot stronger than what you're used to. You know, you're not the only woman that's been raped and had pregnancy by a rapist. And you won't be the only woman that had a termination due to a rape. Trust me when I tell you, you won't. But the main important thing for you guys to do is to spill your feelings out. Spill the beans and tell your husband, listen, we're going to go through with this, and I want to go through with this, and I want to go through with this with you. However, I just want to let you know what's on my mind. And even though I'm letting you know what's on my mind, doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to back out of my decision. But I just want to talk to someone. And I feel like you're the person that I need to talk to, because you're the other person, the other half of me, the better half of me that is going through this with me as well. And I just need to get a few things off of my chest. Getting those things off your chest may make a whole big of a difference and make a lot of sense and be very helpful to you. You know what I mean? So, Tasha, I wish you the very best. And you are in my prayers for real. This was a very touchy subject, and I really didn't know how to address this. But I hope that I helped you. And for those who are out there, you know, my opinion may not be what you may feel. And my opinion may not be what your thoughts or your morals are as opposed to abortion. But you have to realize each person's situation is totally different. You know what I mean? Now, if I was pregnant now, I'm 40, about to be 41. If I got pregnant now, would I have an abortion? I don't really know, to be honest with you. I'm 41 years old. My kids, damn near 41 years old. My kids are almost grown. Well, I have a 7-year-old. But, you know, I'm in a relationship with someone I've been with for years. And I'm not going to sit here and spill my beans and say, oh, we use protection, because I'm a grown woman. We've been together for a long time before my marriage. So, you know. But I don't know. I would like to think that my eggs are too old to even be fertilized, because I have had situations. My last 2 pregnancies were miscarriages, and that was a few years ago. So I would think that my eggs are just a little bit too old. However, would I have an abortion? I don't know. It would be something that I would have to really deeply think about, and I probably would feel like, well, damn, girl, you old. So each person has their own agenda and their own thoughts and just their own opinion in life. So for those of you guys who would like to leave your advice or your food for thought down below, go right ahead and leave that for Tasha. And please be courteous and very understanding. And as always, you can always hit me up at MuffinIsMyLovers2012@gmail.com. And Real Talk Wednesday, every Wednesday. You want a topic about you, make sure to put in the subject line Real Talk Diva. All the information will be posted for you guys below. And as always, stay diva and divalicious. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Let's come together. Divas, divas.